You may have heard in the news that Nancy Pelosi or her husband Paul Pelosi bought Palo Alto stock, ticker symbol PANW, in the form of stock options. And so you may be wondering, is this a good time to buy Palo Alto stock and follow Nancy Pelosi's stock trades? So in this video, we will do a deeper dive into the details of this trade so that we are better informed as to whether or not we should buy Palo Alto stock and follow Nancy Pelosi's trades. So without further ado, let's get to the data as usual, because we are very data driven, so we want to always check the facts. So for example, Nancy Pelosi made the disclosure on what day? Well, we can find out by going to the US government website over here, where US officials have to have a public disclosure filing over here. So under financial disclosure forms, we can search to find out more. Here we find, if we can see this trade here, let's do 2024. And there we are. We see here, Nancy Pelosi for this year. We click on that. Let's open up the file. And we can see the official report here of the Honorable Nancy Pelosi, who is a member of the House of Representatives for the state of California, District 11. And we can see here the transactions of Palo Alto, 50 call options with a strike price of $200 and an expiration of January 17, 2025. It's about $500,000 to $1 million. Traded on February 12, so that's important. And also the second trade, 20 call options, same 200 strike price and same expiration, January 2025. This was less in value, traded on February 21st. And so we know that this actually happened because this was digitally signed by the Honorable Nancy Pelosi, disclosed on February 23rd. Okay, so that's also very important as we take a look at what happened on February 23rd. On this day, here it is. We can see that once this disclosure was made publicly, people started to buy. And so the stock went up, but now you can see it has now come back down, trading here at 280 at that same price level where it was on February 23rd. So all of that hype didn't make a difference. All right. So keep that in mind. All right. To not always follow the media. And that is why we always follow the data on what is actually going on in the stock market by following the trades of wealthy investors. If you're interested in more about our work, make sure to go to our website. We'll put a link at the top here where we share the trades of wealthy investors that exceed millions and tens of millions of dollars, that are a lot more accurate in predicting the stock price movements of stocks. You can see here that Nancy Pelosi here bought on February 21st, on this day here, after the earnings report. That was her second trade after it dropped. But her first trade was on February 12th, the day right after making a high. So that was a very bad trade where she bought 50 call options, right? So that's something to take into account, right? That this is a losing trade. How do we know that? We can analyze it further, right? We can see that Okay, this was her second trade. You can see here, February 21st, Palo Alto was trading at 261, dropped 28% right after earnings. Right, and that's when Nancy Pelosi bought a second time these 200 strike price call options to essentially dollar cost average in because of her first trade. You can see here the 200 strike price calls over here, volume of 97. We know 20 of these belong to Nancy Pelosi. They're going for about $84 per call option, which is 8,400 in call options terms, right? And so if we add this into our analysis to figure out this trade some more, okay, so that was a price of 84. Let's put this in our analysis of the trade, and we know there was 20 contracts at this $84 price. And we also know that her first trade, that was February 12th. Okay, so on February 12th, you can see that Palo Alto Networks was trading at $371. So significantly higher than where it was before earnings. And you can see here the 200 strike price calls, volume 56. We know 50 of them belongs to Nancy Pelosi. And we can see the price here, about $187 in call options terms. That would be $18,700. Okay, so we want to put that into our analysis as well, about 187. And we want to make sure we get the quantity correct. That was 50 call options. So now we can see the current profit loss on this diagram. You can see here the 0 on the y-axis here. If the lines are below, that's a loss. If the lines are above, that's a gain. And on the x-axis is the share price of Palo Alto, currently trading at 280. So when we put our mouse over here, we can see the current profit loss. So it's currently at a loss of $417,000. Okay, so this is a losing trade. It would only be profitable if by expiration, this is their expiration line, the blue line. Right here is their break even. So it would have to be above about $357.75 for this call option trade to be profitable at expiration. You can see the purple line is slightly above the blue line because the purple line represents the current time. It does decay in value because call options have a negative time decay, a theta decay here. Okay, so that's the risk of trading options, to keep that in mind. When you do that, there is this theta decay on these call options to get this kind of leverage. Okay, so based on this analysis, you can see that this currently is a losing trade. Now, it could still come back up because there is still time for Palo Alto to go up. And so that's something to take into account. But what we do is prefer to follow investors who are very profitable. All right, so we follow trades of wealthy investors. They're not always correct. Sometimes they are losing, sometimes they are winning. To increase our probability of profit, we prefer to follow the trades of profitable, wealthy investors who are doing better financial research and picking stocks at a better timing. So because this was bad timing, okay, Nancy Pelosi timed this trade very, very terrible. It was not a good time to buy right near the highs. And so that's something to consider, is to track these unusual options activity to find out when the wealthy investors are buying. Have they been profitable in the past? Are their trades profitable? And that is what we do as part of our analysis on our channel, on our website. You can go to learn more. If you want to reduce your risk, increase your profits, we follow the trades and share the trades of wealthy investors who are profitable. Let us know in the comments below what you think about Nancy Pelosi's trades. Are you buying or are you selling? Let us know what you think about this analysis as well. Please smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and have a great day.